Howdy YouTube, the champ is here, and that's because today we're taking a look at the WWE Mattel Basic Series 64 John Cena. A really cool looking figure. I have to be honest, I'm not a big fan of John Cena figures. This one, for some reason, I absolutely love, and I shouldn't say some reason, I know exactly why I love it, and that's the orange shirt. Growing up as a kid, fluoro orange was one of my favorite colors, and that's basically the only reason I bought this figure, to be honest with you. I really like the attire that John Cena's got on. So we'll open this guy up. I'll compare him to some of the other John Cena figures that we've gotten in recent memory, and hopefully give you guys a cool review. Taking a look at the back of the packaging, other figures in the set, check out the Dolph Ziggler review I've put up. That's a great figure, and also the Braun Strowman. Two amazing figures. A pretty solid wave, to be honest with you. Some really good-looking figures. The Lana, I'm not a big fan of the attire that she's wearing. It's from the... brings up just bad memories of the Rusev Dolph Ziggler love triangle, which I really want to forget as soon as possible. So, anyway, let's get John Cena opened up and out of packaging. Okay, so a couple of things I will say. First of all, this is one of the better John Cena figures we've had in a long time, and there's a number of reasons for that. The first is the face scan. They absolutely nailed this face scan. I think it is the best John Cena face scan we have ever gotten. It looks really realistic. Normally Mattel give us a little bit more of a cartoony look and a cartoony feel to their figures. This is the exception. That face looks spot on. I do not know how you get a more accurate John Cena head. Just to compare to some of the other figures we've got, here's cheesy John Cena smile. For some reason, this figure reminds me of George Clooney, the mouth. Don't ask me where that comes from. But yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of that head scan. This one definitely looks substantially better. Bringing back an Elite as well. Here we got John Cena angry because he's pooed his pants. That's a terrible face scan. So this one, at least, I think looks really good. Okay, so I worked out why I like this John Cena so much, and that's because he's got a similar face scan to the Elite figure, which I've reviewed, and that's a really cool figure. So that does explain it. Great face scan. Big fan of this guy. Moving through, nice detail on the shirt. One thing I've got to give him, I hated him as a kid because he was doing the whole rap crap gimmick. But growing up and seeing him now, he's fantastic. He's improved so much. He's a great babyface. I know people say he should turn heel, but I have to be honest with you, I love him as a babyface. As a heel, he'd be phenomenal. But I honestly don't mind him as a babyface. 15-time world champ. I like the story they've been telling with him lately with the AJ Styles, Dean Ambrose feud. He's trying to get those 16 titles. There's nothing else left for him to do but beat that record. So I think that is a great motivation for his character. I love the I love the hustle, loyalty, and respect that he's been doing. Basically for the last 10 years. I think that's a good message for kids. So I'm a big fan of his work. His in-ring wrestling has improved substantially as well. Nice detail on the wristbands there. Hopefully you guys can see that. One thing that I don't like about this figure that is a bit of a problem is the two-toned arm and chest thing. You can see obviously here the paint on his arms does not come across all that good. It does bring down the figure a fair bit, to be honest with you, just because there's such a difference and disparity. There's also some botched paint on the side there. That does hurt the figure. Other than that, though, it is pretty good. Ball-jointed head, ball-jointed arms, swivel in the bicep, bend at the elbow, swivel in the wrist, swivel waist, swivel in the leg, swivel in the knee, swivel in the ankle as well. So a good range of movement. He has a little bit more just because of the short articulation. But overall, a pretty solid figure. Whether you love him or hate him, this is definitely a really cool looking figure. I'm a big fan of his work lately. He's improved his moveset substantially. He's been tearing it up with some great matches, and his promo skills are outstanding. He gets fired up, and when he's passionate, I think it's great. One of my favorite promos of all time was the one when they ushered in the new era. And he said that the new era's got to go through him. The passion he delivered in that was fantastic. When he called out Dean Ambrose for being slack as champ, that was great too. So, big fan of his work. A really cool figure. If you can find this, I think it's well worth picking up. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed this review on the WWE Mattel Series 64 John Cena.